Hey guys, this is Zeki from TSO Games, and today we're here with Ben with his Buster Blade profile. So let's get into the profile.
Okay, so it's Buster Blader Synchro lock. So it'll draw a lot of cards from the 5 combos, and even if you get stopped or interrupted, you will still have essentially like a VFD lock on them. So for the Buster lineup, there's 2 Destruction Swordsman. He's the Garnet. You don't particularly want to draw him. He's fine to discard, but you need him to send as cost to the trap, like for your broken trap card. So he has sent from deck, so you play 2. Then your best card, it just searches everything you need pretty much, and it helps you play 9 copies of the trap card. So because you need to see the trap card, and he also has a nice reborn effect with follow-up plays to make hot red turn 2.
And the synergy with Wear Out Foul as well, of course.
Yeah, because you have a lot of extent. You have the 3 quick draws, and you have the souls and off now, so you've got extended to get it. So it gives you a lot of access to the trap card. It gives you 12 copies, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you've also got the little Buster. Your Buster Dragon Synchro can equip him from the graveyard to your Buster Blader. So it lets you play around Dark Ruler. It locks out the extra for free. You can play multiple of this, but it's not as good as the other normal summons, really. And you can just discard it if you see it with Jet Synchro.
Makes sense.
Go ahead.
I was going to add that obviously the lock against decks like Rockets or Adamant Spaters or Altered Yugioh, and it has synergies with the deck despite synergy with the deck more than just the extra deck lock.
Yeah, exactly. And when it's equipped, it can summon itself, so you can then summon it and sync with the Bush Dragon into hot red turn 2. But against Rocket, you don't really need it, because if you just summon the Fusion Elf against Rocket, you win.
It's very good against Rocket, especially because double dragons. Next, we'll go into the Synchro package.
Okay, so yeah, there's 1 Deathbot 001 and 2 O-Line for our kind of like Garnet-ish cards. You play a version of the draw Needle combo, so you'll draw about 5 cards, and you go through Moonlight to get a guaranteed Dragon Engrave. So you need both 001 and O-Line for this. With the Synchrons, so we've got the 1 Rocket Synchron because it's a Dragon type and it's an extender from Quick Launch. It's also just a good normal summon to bring out Hot Red, and it's a Synchron for Axel for all the combos. And there's only one Jet Synchron. There's only 1 Jet Synchron because typically, although you can search it as a starter, I don't like to use it as a starter because it's part of a combo with Axel Synchron. You can use Axel Synchron to send it from deck to reduce the level, and then reborn it back, so you're able to get a Moonlight in Graveyard as a guaranteed dragon, because you need a dragon in Graveyard to be able to lose all of your trap. Although you can start combo with it, it's just there's generally better starters. Like you'd rather normal summon the Buster Welt and search it off the off wow and that kind of thing.
That makes sense. Okay, for the other extenders?
Oh yeah, we've got Magician Souls. It's a great card. It lets you discard dead cards. It's a free extender. It's searchable from off now. That's it, really.
It's an insane card no matter what deck, especially in level 1 orientated decks.
Yeah, like Apprentice is just also a free summon. So even if your Apprentice, it's not that bad because it gives you a free summon thing with 5 combos. And Veiler is, so we move on to like the hand traps. Veiler is just another level 1 normal summon, which means you can then after thou search the soul and still full combo.
Because Needle Fiber is full combo, correct?
Needle Fiber is full combo, yes.
Yes. Okay.
If you make Needle Fiber with Link Revo, it's even better. Then if we go on to the actual hand trap lineup then. So there's 3 Veiler, 2 Phantasmate, 2 Nibiru, and 2 Ash Blossom. So the reason for all the 2 obs is because, well, it's because of multiples. With 3 Veiler it's fine because it's not once per turn, but because the other ones are all hard once per turns, because you draw so many cards off your combo, if you play a lot of 3 obs hand traps, they can clog together. So we want to just have versatility of hand traps and not have them all clog together preferably.
And obviously Veiler playing at 3 because it's a searchable hand trap if need be. It's a normal summonable tuner level 1. It's everything you really need for a hand trap as far as a hand trap goes.
It's also worth noting that because you summon back the Jet Synchron in one of the combos, if you happen to draw Arthur in one of your 5 draws, you can just search a Veiler. And Phantasm is also important to note that it's important because it's a dragon, which means it's your free dragon combos. And it's also level 7, so you can summon Phantasmate, normal summon a level 1 tuner, and you automatically have access to your Bust Dragon or Savage.
So for the lock, because you only need a Dragon Engrave and you got a full skill drain lock against all these decks, all the combo deck cannot beat it.
Arguably it's even better than Struggling because it can't activate the effects. Anyway, it can't activate the cost.
Yeah.
And it does damage. Then we go to like the support cards. We've got 3 Cold Eye. It just helps you protect your draw combo. Because you get so much advantage to draw combo once it resolves, you pretty much win the game.
Because it allows you just to draw your trap tricks and your destruction swords, or allows you to draw your hand traps, or more extenders to make a better board. It's just a free card.
Yep, and it's worst case it's actually a pretty good interruption against things like Lock Dragon, Eldritch cards, Jet Synchron, and all that good stuff. Then just Quick Launch and Arthur are just 2 free level 1 extenders. Level 1 extenders are the best because of the Link Yugioh combo. But there are other ways to play the combo. You can do it with Metal Watcher as well, but I prefer this version of the combo because it's more versatile. And Arthur is just search interruptions, it's just draw cards, that kind of thing. So then we get onto the trap lineup. So we've got 1 Memories. It's the worst one. It fusion summons your dragon. It fusion summons your fusion guy that locks them out when everything is dragon.
So yeah, it's part of the combo, right? Of
but it's kind of dead in hand because you only really send it as cost for the trap. So if you draw it, you'll discard it with something like Jet during the Axel combo, which is another reason the Axel combo is really good.
Okay, I see. So to get rid of the garnets from your hand.
Yeah, and then Prologue and Trap Trick, because Prologue is just a win. It's just a win button. Like even if you get hand trap, you get Nibiru and everything like that, you still lock them out and they still can't play. And quite a lot of the time, your combo is immune to Dark Ruler because you can just equip the level 1 from Grave, the level 1 extract from Grave, because you can manipulate it so that you have that from Graveyard to equip with your Bust Dragon. And Trap Trick is also very valuable game 2 and 3 because it gives you access to a Voyage of the Red Lotus, Heavy Storm Duster, and that kind of thing.
Great. Next extra.
Yeah, for the extra deck. A lot of it's quite self-explanatory. So we've got the Buster Blader and the Buster Dragon, because that's the lot. That's all you need.
And Fusion's an FDK against Rockets by itself. You don't need anything else, this Rocket. Because what it does is it will stop them from activating anything that are Dragon, and Rockets are all obviously Dragon orientated deck, so they won't be able to play around this. They can't do anything, they can't activate effect.
It also, especially against decks like Rocket that have more monsters, because it gains 1,000 for every dragon in their grave and on field, and does piercing, it just does loads of damage as well.
So it potentially could allow you to go OTK go in second as well?
Yeah, in theory.
Okay.
And then we've got, actually before we go into the whole Synchro package, I'd like to mention Hot Red Dragon Archfiend.
Okay.
This card is really important. Because your trap card, because Prologue will destroy your Buster Dragon during the next end phase, or the end phase of your turn.
Okay.
You can summon level 1 tuner you can just summon level 1 tuner. Particularly things like redrawing your Buster Welt from Graveyard. And you make this. You can also like normal summon your Rocket Synchron, special summon something from Grave, and make this. And then it gives you recursion. Like it recurs your Buster Dragons. Sorry, your little Buster Welt, the extra lock Buster Welt. It can keep summoning that back, give you hero access, and potentially extra lock runs again.
Okay, so it's the backup plan for if your trap combo doesn't finish them right there and then.
It's just follow-up plays for generic negates. Yeah, you can also make it turn 1. With certain combo lines, you can make it turn 1 as well as Savage.
Okay. Next, let's go into the Synchro package.
Yeah. Okay. So all of the Synchros are part of just your Synchro package. They're part of your Needle Fiber combo. You can't play Herald because Herald prevents you from using Prologue to send monsters from deck to graveyard. So instead, we go for the Draw 5 combo, and we play Moonlight as an extra monster because I use Axel slightly differently. I use it to send a Jet, then summon the Jet back. So you end up going to Moonlight and then Savage. So you get a guaranteed Dragon graveyard. Other than that, it's just the Synchro Needle Fiber draw combo.
Okay. Next for links.
Access code shouldn't need too much explanation. You get a bunch of monsters on board after turn 1. I don't play Selene because I don't have room and I'd rather have a second Needle Fiber versatility. But you get that much monster advantage, you don't really need the Selene to make access code. You can still make it pretty big anyway. And you'll still be able to pop, I think, 3, 4, 5 things. Not 5, sorry, 3 or 4 things. Then Barricade Borg is part of the combo. Needle Fiber is the combo.
And the rest is just the Synchro, the Synchro combo, Draw 5 combo, which we'll show at the end. Side deck, this can obviously change depending on what format you're expecting. This is a generic side deck that Ben made to combat the current meta.
Yeah, there's some things to note with side deck. Important, like No Material is a really nice card in this, because especially against things like Rockets, you can stop. People don't know how to play around No Material because it's not relevant, which makes it relevant. Because people are a lot more vulnerable to it right now, especially against things like Rocket Combo. If you can No Material on something like their Fiber, it really limits them with space. And especially even against Eldritch Synchro, if you hit the Fiber, they can't really make you run and follow up with combo. So they can be pretty stuck from there.
Agreed, and obviously it's a level 1, so even if they make you a first for whatever reason, or you draw it to 6 card, it will still have that synergy of being a level 1.
It still allows you to resolve off out, it still makes Link Rebo, so it still does combo things. Then Karma, the Destruction Swordsman. It's a triple, it's like a dancing needle. It just banishes 3 monsters of the same type in your opponent's graveyard. So it's quite nice going first, and even if they have things like Ruler, which generally you do play around Ruler, even if they have that kind of thing, you can still do this and win.
And it's something to search when you already draw the trap card, correct?
Yeah, normally if I already draw the trap card, I will be searching the extract lock, because if you can discard that with Barricade Borg or Jet Synchron, then you can still extract lock them. But it's still very relevant, again, in some matchups. In some matchups you should prioritize it because it just shuts them down.
Okay.
Then Mystic Line, because this deck can bait out negations reasonably well. And you can just mind lock them and win, because people aren't going to be starting Spell and Trap Hate against you, because Spell and Trap Hate does nothing against you.
And even if you do, all your traps are chainable, so no one would think to do it.
Yeah. And then Lotus is it's Lotus and Heavy Storm Duster with this. It's not just they're both really good cards, but you have Trap Trick to get them as well.
So you have 6 copies of Lotus and 5 copies of Heavy Storm Duster.
Yeah, and because your trap card is it's pretty much immune by from hand traps, it sends as cost. So you can just use the trap card, use Prologue, get your lockout, and then you can just Red Lotus away whatever you want, really. You can get, namely things like Dark Rulers, Even Leads, stuff like that.
Mystic Minds and stuff, yeah, agreed. So it'd be really useful just to have knowledge, and also gives you obviously the synergy of when your Trap Tricks and Prologue together, it will allow you to get that extra search or something to get you the knowledge and to secure your board.
Yeah, and then you've also got, you can do the same thing with Trap Trick, it's just good at breaking boards. Because even if with this deck, you can use all your like fiber combos to bait out negates, and then with the following turn, you get rid of all their spell and trap negates with your fiber stuff. And then for the following, in their turn, you can just summon your Buster Dragon and your Swordsman with your prologue. All the stuff goes to defense and they can't break your board. So the deck can break boards pretty well.
Because then this deck seems really interesting against a hand trap, because all you really need to play through any hand trap is just get a Dragon Engrave in any shape or form, and then they're going to be playing with a 4-card hand after they stop your Needle Fiber combo, and as soon as you resolve that trap, it will shut off 90% of the meta, so it actually potentially could be a really good meta call.
Yeah, and you've got so much action as a trap. You've got Trap Trick, you've got Prologue itself, you've got Arthur, you've got Buster Welt, there's loads of access to it.
Yeah,
and you've got also Blast Card inside it, you've got Hedgestone Duster. It's searchable from Trap Trick, it's just good generic removal against back row decks, because typically this deck does struggle against back row decks more than anything else. Against Adamantia is actually a pretty good matchup, it's a really good matchup for this, but the back row decks are more of a grind.
Agreed. Okay, we'll now go to the replay that Ben has played. This is mostly an uninterrupted combo, and it's just a showing what the deck is capable of going uninterrupted, but all it really needs to do is get a trap card to play through any hand trap. Alright, let's go.
It is worth noting in this combo. Just click play. It's like, it is worth noting in this combo that I do, like with my draws, I do draw cards, like I draw the Buster Welt, so I could extra deck lock them as well, but for the case of this, we're just showing like the bare minimum combo.
Okay.
Well, yeah, this is just the bare minimum combo. So
yeah, so
that's just the trap, and you have the level 1 extender, so you're good to go.
Alright, so he makes the Link Rebo, because obviously that makes his combo better. It allows him to summon 2 tokens from Link Cross.
Yeah, it means you get to keep a token.
And then the Fiber plays, we all seen this. So
Yeah,
summon Despot
this
1.
Is very standard.
Summon Despot 1 from me. Would you ever summon Whelp from Crystal Needle Fiber or Halkifat?
If you have things like Jets and Chrono Engrave, you can, but you need because I don't play the Marcher stuff, I need the Machine Monster in Despot 001 in order to make my Overrun.
Okay.
It's also worth noting, you can also use Barricade Walk to discard your dead cards. Like, if you draw Disruption Sword Memories, you can use Barricade Walk to discard it.
Okay, and then any of your other like Garnet's cards that like you want to get in graveyard, like Despot 1 or Jet Synchrons and stuff.
Yep, stuff like that. Okay, so here we just go for the Librarian and we just do this is just the generic like draw combo. Until you get to the XL Synchron.
Yeah, and note he could make the Jet Synchron before making the TG Librarian, but this way he gets the extra door, right?
Yeah, it's also important. Like, getting the extra draw is important. No, keep saying I'm just saying the extra draw is important because you want to dig for the trap.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the trap is an FTK by itself.
You can see here I do draw the Disrupting Sword, which I could discard and then equip to my. I can discard that, then use my Buster Dragon to equip it to my fusion, and I can have an extra deck here. But for the sake of this combo, it's just a basic combo, so we didn't show that.
Okay. So he's just going through the motion. This is where
we use Axel Synchron by sending Jet Synchron to reduce its level by 1. So this means that you get an extra draw from Moonlight, summoning Moonlight for the GPI for Librarian, and it also means that when you link off when you synchro off your Moonlight Dragon, you get a guaranteed Dragon in graveyard for your combo, even if you didn't open Buster Welt.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, then just go. Then you still get the Savage Dragon because you get Jet Synchron. and that's it.
So in their draw phase, you would activate trap card to summon 2 cards.
It's debatable, really, in the draw phase, because you already have the Savage Negate, you can just wait until and bait out a few plays first, because in this meta, not many things activate on summon.
Okay, so you'd wait.
You can wait. It depends on the matchup, really. Game 1, because not many people mining ruler right now, game 1 you can, but game 2 I personally wait a bit, unless you are going to equip your Extract Lock from Graveyard, just to play around ruler.
But as you can see, this would be the board they'll have to face. Do you want to quickly talk for us what the board means they have to get through?
Okay, so you still have the Savage Negate. And then you've got your Buster Dragon and your Fusion. The Fusions means that every dragon they control is turned to defense, and they can activate their effect. And the Buster Dragon itself will make all their monsters dragon. This does include link monsters, so even dragon type, even their link monsters will still be dragons, so their effects will still not be able to activate, which is a common misconception.
Okay, so now they won't be able to virtually do anything, especially Rocket and Adamancipator. They have nearly next to none outs to this combo.
Yeah, and you still have 7 cards, including the one set that you drew, and 6 cards in hand. You still have 7 random cards that you can use to interrupt with. Things like Call Buys, Hand Traps.
So even if they get through this board, you will still be able to stop them the same way. And even if your Needle Fiber combo got stopped in this place, in this thing, you will still have the trap card and a Dragon Engrave, and then you also have the Needle Fiber to go into a Synchro, which will allow you to draw 1 potentially, draw a hand trap, or anything like that.
Yeah, and you've still got plenty. Even if they somehow managed to break this board despite all your advantage, you've still got follow-up play with things like Hot Red.
Okay, thank you guys for watching the Buster Blade profile. Thank you, Ben, for joining me. Make sure you like the Facebook page, subscribe to this channel, like the channel, give us your opinions of what you think of the deck. Make sure you check out the Tier 0 website. All the links will be in the description. We're trying to do weekly content, weekly deck profiles, so make sure you watch, subscribe, and wait for it, I guess. Thank you guys for watching.